Good morning and welcome to day 57 of Geriatric 1944's Coronavirus Diaries. 57 varieties, 57 bits of waffle from King. Yesterday I cooked myself some spaghetti to celebrate Italy opening up. I'm looking forward to going to Italy. I love going there. If I can, every year I like to spend some time in both Rome and Paris. Two gorgeous cities that I really have always said I need to spend some time every year in one or both of those cities, please. So I shall hopefully be in Italy again, and to celebrate Italy opening with the end of this stupid coronavirus madness, I made myself some spaghetti in a sort of, I call it nutty spaghetti, because it's in a sauce which is composed of coconut juice, along with lemongrass, tomatoes, fresh tomatoes that I boil and then squidge up and turn into proper tomato sauce as opposed to that vinegary ketchup you can get. And I add chunks of chicken and mushrooms and various other bits and pieces. Sprinkle lots of Parmesan cheese on top of it and some coriander, fresh coriander leaves, and usually have it with a large glass of pear cider or a shandy, which I had last night, which is Tsingtao beer mixed with San Pellegrino lemon with mint. And that makes a very refreshing shandy. Yesterday, went out to feed the ducks and bumped into a friend of mine who watches these videos every day, so I therefore have to be very tactful what I say. And it was lovely to see another human being, and we walked back together, chatting about the world. He's, during this period of lockdown, got very hooked into a book, a map he found, of all the places that were bombed during the Second World War by the Germans. Which included several buildings, obviously, around where I now live. Now, I've lived here for over 55 years. Love it here. But there's all sorts of places nearby that were completely demolished or almost completely demolished and therefore had new buildings put up. But, of course, since that was all 75 years ago, they look quite ancient now. My little house here, funnily enough, was actually built in the 1800s, 1850 or something, I think. And it was originally the stables for the great houses behind, and all the horses were kept here. Some would say they still are. Nay. But it's nice to look at the history of one's old neighbourhood. Of course, my mum drove an ambulance during the Blitz while my father was in Europe fighting. Anyway, we see now that slowly but surely life is beginning to get back to normal, I'm glad to say. I told you yesterday I was going to play you my demo of a song called It's Over You that I wrote in order to get the Eurovision Song Contest back on track and get another winner for either this country or another country. I'm perfectly happy to write and produce for any country that wants to win. By the way, that's a bid for future work. But in the meantime, I couldn't find my demo. And I like my demo because it's quite camp with me, a man, singing the lyrics that are very much for a girl about a boy. But why not? And so it does sound rather gay. So if you don't mind awfully, I thought I'd play you that. So you can now have 2 days. Yesterday, when I played the original actual demo by the girls, and now today, the Jonathan King demo version of I'm Over You. See you tomorrow.
You were a beautiful boy from a beautiful land. You looked so handsome walking on the sand. You came up to me and you held my hand. It seemed so bizarre, but I'd understand. In the summer sun, by the summer sea, for 2 long weeks it was just you and me.
You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you.
You had to go home and I had to stay, but you swore that it wasn't gonna be that way. You'd call me and speak to me every day, and we'd talk for hours with nothing to say. But time goes by and memories fade. Didn't feel forgotten, didn't feel betrayed.
You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you.
A summer romance is a wonderful thing, but a broken heart has a permanent sting. I forgot how to love, I forgot how to sing, and I lost all the presents you used to bring.
It's always the same with heroes. They rapidly turn into zeros. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you.
You were always going to break my heart.